Do you feel that you ever captured the essence of a live performance on any of the Curved Air studio albums, or do you think that Curved Air in the studio was a different entity to?
The first album, I think, had, because it was done at a point when we'd done lots of concerts, and so the performance was very much there. The problem with the next two albums with the original lineup for me was we just wrote the songs and then went into the studio and recorded them, without really having, so I basically sang the tunes and interpreted the songs as best I could for my very new acquaintance of them. But then as we did them in performance, then they would grow and become more powerful. And so I think the first album is more representative of how we actually did sound live. And then the live album was done at a time when I was completely somewhere else. I mean, I was going through I was partying and burning the candle at both ends, and drinking and smoking, and so I was just kind of throwing myself. Then I found myself on the road with with Curved Air again, having just gone back to sort of doing a guitar-based thing, supporting Country Joe and the Fish
Really,
and Cozy Powell band and me, and I felt much more abandoned and much more raw, and I think that all came out in my voice. I felt abandoned. I felt sort of that I didn't need to that I wanted to just let go and be very, very high octane, and I used to drink before I went on stage and do things in the proper rock and roll fashion at that time. But the band were very supportive, and they kind of looked after me through this troubled period of me, but there again, the audience loved to see that as well. They loved to see somebody kind of, completely out of their heads in public, and so that's what that live album was all about. So as far as the band were concerned, yes, it showed them playing wonderfully, and me being just very raucous and sort of soulful in some way, over the top.